Okay, we're gonna get some footage of me making some corrections to my Psalm 63 SATB and piano setting. Uh, my friend Mark Perry was very helpful to me in getting a few things straightened out by looking at the score, so I'm just gonna acknowledge that I didn't do it perfectly, and I'm going to make it more wonderful. Okay, he said overall the score was easy to follow. Dynamic markings go above choral lines. So that seems easy enough to fix, right? Let's open up the software writing program. Okay. It's been a long time since I worked on this setting. I'm going to find it. SATB piano. No, okay. Finding it in the computer is the first step. Score, you got, oh my God. Okay, it disappeared into the iCloud. We're getting it right back out of the iCloud. I'm not seeing any. Okay. I found the big dynamic marking issue. So I just go to MuseScore, pull that up. I wish I could just tell it to batch do it, but anyways, I'll never forget to put the dynamic markings above the words next time. Words are very important. Okay, got that one done. He did not understand why I had a minor version of Frere Jacques. And to me, it was very significant because I don't think, oh, it's a minor version of Frere Jacques. I think, wow, this is Mahler's First Symphony, the third movement. So I loved writing that. I'm writing a choral piece. I'm doing something I don't want to do, which is correct my work. So I'm going to post this video under do the things you don't want to do. Hello, what have you guys been doing today? Percussion. Okay, so I put this part on the score like play percussion, it's exciting, and then I wrote silent. Maybe I should say something not silent. What would it working? Yeah. We work for people, we love them, but they confuse us. Okay. Should I say stop? What do you tell percussionists when you want them to no percussion? I'll say no percussion. All right, I can copy that. I mean, people do the weirdest things in scores, but I think me and my friend Mark we like music that like actually sounds good and is memorable. So maybe what it is, like, why do I have to write silent on soprano, alto, tenor, and bass? I just want the percussionist to stop. Yes, when you look at drummers, they play, and when you want them to stop, we'll just say no percussion. What if I put it over the piano part? Because the sopranos, it's not like the whole section of them is going to turn to the percussionist and say, stop, you're too loud. All right, so we're going to cut that. No more. Okay, we're just cutting things out. Just cut things out. Okay. I'm getting ready for lunch. I'm doing what I don't want to do. Percussion, no more marking of percussion there. The pianist is going to, I mean, piano is a percussion instrument. Instead of saying silent, we're going to say no percussion. No. Sometimes no is a good word. All right, we don't have like a full orchestra with this piece yet, but at least we're going to get it to where we can have some percussion, some piano, and a lot of singers. Okay, percussion, no percussion. The singers don't even have to really care. They know when to slow down. Did you guys have to do anything you didn't want to do today? It's like when you make a piece of art, you feel so like personal about it. Darova, blah. Okay. Percussion. All right, now the soprano does not care about the percussion. The altos don't care. Tenors don't care. They just want some beautiful words to sing. I've got them. It's Psalm 63. In a dry and weary land where there is no water, David's praising the Lord. We're going to get a brand new music setting of it. Percussion. But the sopranos don't want to know about the percussion. I just didn't feel like adding whole extra lines. I actually talked to a percussionist, Nathan, at church yesterday. I think he plays in the symphony, and he got up early in the morning to play, and he brought the G sharp tube instead of the G tube because he couldn't read it in the garage. It's like we're so dependent on our senses, and they are so limited. That goes above. Well, I feel like I'm making this thing better. Not above. That should probably just look like the whole rest. All right, I wonder if the percussionists are going to say, huh? But I was listening to, if you guys check out Sticky Notes as a podcast, they have really interesting stories about symphonies that are written. And, oh, yay! Thanks for subscribing, Marianne. You're awesome. Isn't it nice to know you've done your work today? Like, even the work you didn't want to do, even the work you struggled with. Sometimes you're just waiting for somebody to give you some encouragement and say, that's an awesome musical piece you did. I'm so glad it exists. I'm so glad I can hear it. But just because they don't encourage you doesn't mean it's all bad. It may mean they have some ideas for you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. In a dry and weary land. I'm going to leave those 16th notes in. All right. Karani is going to get to the end of this piece and say, we have clarified a few things. Whoop. Don't click the wrong button. You can destroy a symphony that way. This isn't a symphony. It's just for soprano, alto, tenor, bass, piano, and then a little bit of percussion. And it's supposed to be like one that encourages you to raise your hands in worship, because you probably thought, why do people do this? But back in Psalm 63, it says, I will lift up my hands. And so that's why people do it. I got done. All right. All right. God bless you guys. I hope you subscribe, and I hope one day you'll hear like an actual choir singing this piece to you. Bye.